big game Sunday between the 10-1 Eagles and the 7-4 Seahawks. Carson Wentz and company have won 9 straight games, but Seattle's always a tough game at home. They're always great at home, but even though the Seahawks are banged up, Wentz is not overlooking his opponent.
They're a great team. They're a great team offensively, defensively, special teams. They're coached well. They've been in the playoffs, I think, the last 5 years. So a lot of respect for them. So they will present a challenge, especially going into their stadium out there, as loud and as quite the atmosphere that is. So again, it'll be a really good challenge for us.
The fans win in this one. As Bill, this is going to be a great game if both teams show up and play to their potential, which so far the Eagles have done that more than the Seahawks. But, Nick, which team wins this one on Sunday, the Eagles or the Seahawks?
Even injured, I'm not in the business of picking against Seattle in Seattle. I like the Seattle Seahawks in this game. I understand that Philadelphia has a plan for this elongated West Coast trip. Still, it's a team going east to west. It is a Seattle team that, while the secondary of their defense is nothing close to what it was, and you wouldn't expect it to be with Sherman and Cam Chancellor done for the year, that front seven is still excellent. Michael Bennett's coming off one of his best games of the year, and the Eagles have neutralized people, not just with great rush defense, CC, but with a great pass rush. Russell Wilson can neutralize some of that pass rush with his elusiveness. If Doug Baldwin and Jimmy Graham can make just enough plays, I trust the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle that they can give Philadelphia just their second loss of the year.
Jimmy Graham is easily negated based on their lack of having a dominant offensive line. He's had one of the better seasons he's had. The reason why, because they have an all-pro in Malcolm Jenkins. All right, he can guard Jimmy Graham all over the field. You better be concerned about that offensive line of Seattle. I look for them to be ravaged by the defensive front of Philadelphia. Philadelphia can throw so many things at you. Not only do they get pocket pressure, but they're the worst type of defensive line because they collapse the pocket with Fletcher Cox, and they collapse the outsides with all the speed rushers that they have. So I don't look for Russell to be able to run for his life. And the Eagles, they don't have to play a lot of man-to-man, so Russell's not going to, the defenders aren't going to have their back to him. They'll play a lot of zone. I look for Philadelphia to send a message in this game. This is a huge game for Philadelphia because this is like a mini playoff game. They're probably going to be playing all their games at home, but you go on the road like Philadelphia, this is still a young football team as far as games that they've won together. I think this is a good mark on their schedule to be able to send the message in Seattle Sunday night.
Besides the task of playing on the road in a stadium like out there in Seattle, what worries you about the Eagles? I'm
not looking ahead. Just staying focused at the task at hand, not thinking that Seattle is not going to be a great opponent, even though they do have some injuries. Give them the respect as if, imagine the Legion of Boom was there. The same type of intensity and same type of focus, that would be, to me, the thing that I would be concerned about, that they say, Seattle's not good. Washington beat them here. Other teams have had success here.
And Philadelphia, this is not their fault at all. And not only have they beaten their bad opponents, they have beaten down their bad opponents. But they haven't played a good team in a long time.
Well, that ain't their fault.
No, I said that in the beginning. It's not their fault at all. I'm just saying it's one of the reasons I like Seattle in this game. Seattle's, even injured, is the most talented team they've played in 6 weeks.
How's Seattle going to score?
I thought I explained that to you. I thought that Russell Wilson getting out of the pocket, making plays down the field.
Are the wide receivers going to run those routes that you run?
No, hold on, just chill, man. I don't hate on what is my third and long strategy. If I was an offensive coordinator, I'm not revealing that to America right now. I revealed that to you, and for NFL teams out there, I can reveal it to them for a fee. They're not going to use that strategy because no one used that strategy. Philadelphia hasn't played a good team since Carolina in Week 6. I wonder how much that'll play into this game.
Yeah, sometimes when you're a good team, you make the other teams look bad. So then after the game, you're like, man, them teams they're not that good.
Okay.
The reason why, because they played a good team that happened to be the Philadelphia team that Jen and I have been telling you since September.
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
A lot going on right there.
Let's move to the AFC. The Patriots are taking on the Bills in Buffalo.
Another team we've been telling you about.
Company have ripped off 7 straight wins, but Brady isn't doing it all by himself. No team has scored more than 17 points against New England during that streak.
Ooh.
CC to the Patriots. Keep it going on Sunday against Buffalo.
Well, I have some problems in trying to get research because my trusty assistant, Stephanie Gosh, she's a little busy this week. She's kind of my roving New England reporter, so she was kind of out on another big breaking story. So I had to go to another resource, which I can't reveal that one.
CC can never reveal his sources.
His source or his resource?
I like the Patriots. There's no better team in football. Nick talked earlier about Cam Newton, his ability to be able to win late in the season. No one wins more than New England. No one wins divisional games better than New England. No one has dominated this division over the last 15 years like New England. So watch for New England. Last week, what'd they do? Different. Chris Hogan's been out several weeks. They start running the ball. They start putting more 2 backs, 2 tight ends. They start moving the running backs out to wide receivers to get the coverage, what they're going to play, and then Tom gets the running backs in individual matchups, that being James White, that being Deion Lewis, and that being Burkhead. These are the things that are going to hurt Buffalo in this game. How do you take away Tom's running backs? One thing to watch in this game, watch Tom's accuracy the first half. He missed last Wednesday in practice, came out the first half, wasn't as accurate. So let's just watch that for the first 30 minutes of the game.
It is very hard to make a case for the Buffalo Bills in this football game, and I will not try to make a case for the Buffalo Bills in this football game.
What's his name?
I would like the Bills.
What's his name?
Nathan Peterman.
Oh, man.
I would like the Bills to win because I want Tyrod Taylor to make the playoffs to make that Peterman thing look even more ridiculous, and I'd like the Bills to win because I like the Patriots to hold this for me real quick, CC. I'd like the Patriots to hold that L, but unfortunately they're not.
You can only do this after the loss. You can't hold something before.
Who knows what the... Oh, sorry. I was going to say the weather in Buffalo this weekend.
I don't know the weather in Buffalo this weekend. I imagine it's cold because it's Buffalo in December, but CC's our weatherman.
Yes, CC. You said besides Roker, you're the only one that will...
When I don't mention the weather, that means the weather's good.
Okay.
So you're not expecting terrible conditions?
No. But the week after that, we got a little northeaster coming in. Okay, so get bundled up.
If you're going to beat the Patriots, you got to get to Tom Brady. And Buffalo, somehow, even though they have talent on that front seven, they're second to last in the NFL in sacks.
And you're mad they traded.
You can't, when you're in a playoff race and you don't get to the quarterback, the one thing you do well defensively is stop the run, and you trade your best run defender to the best defense in football. Jacksonville doesn't make sense. But what saved Buffalo's defense this year is forcing turnovers. Top 5 in the NFL. Patriots don't turn the ball over. So I think the Patriots, they're 8.5-point favorites. I think they win by more than that.
I'm going to say this one time. I probably won't say it again. You were dead smack on. It's going to be a high of 46 in Buffalo this week, and next week they're calling for terrible weather.
Yeah.
Inclement weather.
He's a weatherman in his spare time.
I understand, but sometimes you did the research and sometimes you guess, and both times you're always right.
I never guess on the weather, Jenna. I'm a wide receiver.
He takes the weather really seriously.
It's important. All right?
I learned this.
If we didn't have the Metrodome, there wouldn't be no Hall of Fame hand. That I do know.
Speaking of which, it's time for what he said. CC, take a look.
Without these hands, I don't know what I'd do.
Push yourself!
Fires a deep. What a catch! Greatest catch I've ever seen!
Here we have Trill Williams. Stepinac High in White Plains, right outside New York City.
Now, you have to do something like this when your mama named you Trill. You got to lay on your back, slide into the end zone. Why you do that? Because my name is Trill, mama. Check me out, slide. You got to do stuff like that. He could have easily stood up. He just want to make the guy look bad because his mama said every time you do something, make sure it's a thrill. Chill, Trill.
CC.
Yes.
You know where Trill's playing football next year?
Where?
Syracuse. Hollers.
Oh, yeah. That ain't going to be no thrill. It's nice to meet you, never to see you again.
How you going to do my man like that? I got your back, Trill.
Oh, yeah, way back.
That's my middle name.
Yeah, wait till Clemson put 40 on y'all next year. Get back.
Coming up, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys back in business. Are they? That's next. First things first.
Hey, Trill, good luck at the broadcasting school because we know we ain't going to see you in the NFL.